Hi, you guys. I'm so happy to be here. You see, I look different, huh? Because I do look different outside my work clothes. But yeah, so I look a little cute. And the only reason I look cute, because I got to give my Buki some props. Fiona did my makeup. Faces by Fiona. Faces by Fee. I'm going to make sure I put her at somewhere in this screen area. But yeah, she got me cute. She got me right. You see that? Yeah, you see. Yeah, you see it. So make sure y'all go ahead book with her. She do weddings, other stuff. She be doing her stuff. So make sure y'all go book with Fiona. She is amazing. And she always got plants and shit next to the area. So you feel real like, yeah, like you finna be a different pitch by the time this session is over. But make sure you go book. And the wig obviously is by me because I don't have money to pay for that at the moment. I was trying to look. Where do I need to put this at? Okay, I just put it right here. The wig is by me. I didn't do much to it except glued it down. So, but yeah, I do, every once in a while I get a little snazzy, you know what I'm saying? Put something on, nothing too crazy. I won't do it a lot though. So, as long as we're aware of that. But I hope you guys had a good week. I had a good week. The retrograde just started. Because these is pre-recorded. So by the time you see this, hopefully the retrograde is over. And we have gotten past the storm. Okay. But let me tell you, this retrograde, it's in Aries. And I think it's about clarity and things becoming direct and things showing up in your life so that way you can fix it before it becomes, a real problem or hinders you in some way. And so I had a whole different topic I was planning on talking about, but I was driving over here and I was like, I got some stuff I need to get off my chest. You know what I'm saying? I got some stuff. It's heavy on me, right? And this retrograde, this week it's been good now that it's over. But because I made it. Never would have I made it to Saturday. But when I tell you this first week of this retrograde, baby, whew, I'm tired. I had to take a deep breath. Can we just, let's do one together. Breathe in through your nose, hold it, and then breathe out through your mouth. Didn't that feel good? I needed that. Did y'all need that? I hope you did. We gotta just breathe, We gotta work our way through these emotions that keep popping up. But yeah, this week was definitely a test for my entrepreneurial path. Like, really? Okay. Look, we are sharing. Oh yeah, no, this is good. Yeah, come here, bring it in. Yeah, no, so like.
Tough week. Oh, shit, a tough week.
Bro, no, but like, Tone. Wait, can we give it up for Tone? Can we get it up for Tone? You see, I'm all in my feels. Give it up for Tone. Because we in this entrepreneurial process together, right? And when I tell you, the universe has been trying us all week, okay? And it's funny because we have this little like inside joke of, the spirit is really trying to see how much y'all want this. How bad do you want it? Okay, when I tell you every obstacle, we done had times where we was editing the podcast and the motherfucking sound jumped from the end of the podcast to the middle of the podcast. What are you saying? I'm on the phone like, hey, the audio, it is like, well, what do you mean? I don't know what the fuck is going on. None of this actually makes sense. So what I'm about to say don't make sense. That's not what the video sounded like. That's not what the audio sounds like. So how the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So like just random shit. Even to the point where another video we edited was perfectly fine up into minute 30. The video was 37 minutes. Like, just it's been random shit. And if you know anything about retrogrades throw off communication. It throws off like the internet. Like, you can have more random hiccups and shit. And so it's definitely the hiccup that you can't get away from. That's what it was giving. But yeah, definitely it tried us this week. Tried us. Okay. But it's just coming back to it. How bad do you want this? How bad do you want your dream, want this to come to pass, right? That like, are you going to be able to get through all the hiccups? Because when we think about like entrepreneurs or somebody owning a business and we see how successful it is, it's like, damn, I want that. But we don't know how long and how many hiccups and misfortunes that motherfucker had to come into before they got the, you know what I'm saying? They got the episode. They got the play, they got the TV show. They done put in 12 offers by the time they bought the first house, So it's like there's so many loops that come with this process that by the time you win, you should be so ingrained in the process that you're like, the winning is just additional because nigga, we've been putting in the work, right? Y'all just finally seeing it. Then and people say that all the time, like, I've been years and years and years, and you thinking it's an overnight success? How? You know what I'm saying? I wish a motherfucker would say this was an overnight success. Girl, I'll take this therapist hat off. It ain't even on at the moment. But it lets you know something, because this has been such a process. And I know if you're an entrepreneur, you're listening to this, it's not easy. People be entrepreneurs for years and years and years and just be in the process, trusting the process. And, if you are that entrepreneur, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy. And you should do a class about so people who are struggling could fall into the classroom weeping and wailing. But yeah, this entrepreneur process, it's not no joke. But one of the things we were just talking about is that sometimes the hardest process is seeing yourself as the person who can do these things, right? Tone, what was that thing you said? Remember? The giants?
A giant looks in the mirror and sees nothing. She then went on to say, your inability to fully comprehend who you are doesn't deny the truth of who you actually are. So keep working, keep believing, and one day, even you will see that you are a giant indeed.
Is that not a word? Like, cut the podcast done. Podcast done. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, shut up, Miss West.
Thank you, Mrs. West. Okay? Because that, like, think about, regardless of people's views of him at the moment, but Kanye West, top of the game, right? He was able to pull himself from where he grew up at, to one of the most recognized people, right? He didn't always see himself as that. And depending on who you're around or even how you perceive yourself, you may not see yourself that way either, right? And the reason I wanted Tone to, say that is because through this process, we get knocked down so much. And every time you get knocked down, it'd be like, man, fuck this shit. Like, wrap it up. I think it was about Thursday and Friday. Wrap it up. Throw in the towel. Easily. Where can I go apply for a job that has a consistent income? I'm tired. Right? And it's like, these are normal feelings. This is supposed to happen. And knowing that it's supposed to happen, obviously helps me to recognize that, like, I'm just going through the motions. But damn, do it feel like it's not working. right? That what I'm doing, because I see the vision, but then I'm coming back into my reality of like, well, how am I going to move this from to this, right? Where I need to be thankful, or actually see myself the way other people see me and be like, they look at this and be like, whoa, look at you. That's so good. I'm so proud of you. And I'm up here like, but you should have seen my vision. So that looks nothing like that. There was 12 people here. There was cameras everywhere. And then I come to reality and I'm recording off my phone, you know? So it's like that idea. Now, you know, last week, and in case you missed it, you know, we talked a lot about perfectionism. It's that mindset of like looking down on yourself, right? But we talk about it, you know, a lot of times, only in a negative way, like talking down. But it's like there's this, what you've seen, right? Whether it was a dream, it was a vision, you know, you seen your purpose, you're viewing yourself currently out of that place. But that's not fair. That's not fair to you, because it really should be, you're here and you're looking up and saying, okay, I just got to keep climbing. I just got to keep going, right? Versus like you coming all the way up here and then looking down, because then you're going to be like, well, damn, I won't be able to do it, right? It was a lot of like, damn, let's just, we only on episode 2. Them niggas don't even know us for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't even gonna know it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it only got a couple views. We straight. But then it's like when you hear people say, oh, I really love, you know, a few people came up to me and was like, I love your podcast. I loved it. I hear my mom listening to it as she's in the house. She's coming into the house. She's listening to it, right? And she's not even just doing that just because she's my mom. She didn't know I was sitting right there, right? You know, or people are telling me like, oh, I wish you would have, you know, I love that you're doing this. I've been wanting you to do this. I wish you would have started sooner. Like, oh, why am I not looking at it the way they're looking at it? I'm like, they're happier for me than sometimes I'm happy for myself, you know? That throughout especially this week, and I feel like it brought up all these emotions, probably so I could come here and talk to you about this, because, you know, through this week, it was just like, I don't know. Like that was just, like it was moments where I'd be like, it would get worse and worse and worse. Because I'm like, I don't know if this is going to pan out. I don't know if this is going to look the way that I think it's going to look. You know, if this is going to go the way I think it's going to go. Like, I can feel that it's supposed to blossom and go to the next level, but it's just, I keep hitting these walls. I keep hitting, you know, stagnation. I keep, you know, procrastinating. I'm not organized. You know, there's all these different things that I'm focusing on. And it was so funny because I think it was yesterday. No. Yeah, yesterday. Friday. I was trying to upload a video and I was pissed because my computer was going super slow and kept messing up. And I'm like, what is this? Like, I'm 2 seconds away from just like, what's that? Off the movies where they just get up and they just, you know, knock all the shit off the table. But it was my table. I was going to knock my own table over just because I was irritated. Because I'm like, I'm so pissed off. And when I was sitting there, I said, you know, forget it. I just let it load because it was taking a long time. And I started doing other stuff. And I said, damn, I've been needing to do this. I've been needing to finish this. I'm so glad I've been sitting here because I was able to get stuff done, you know? And then it hit me that, like, I could have sat there and moped around about the fact that the computer was moving slow, right? Or the fact that my video wasn't uploading, that stuff got messed up with the uploading of the episode 2. Like, I could have sat there in that, right? Or I could have just kept going and found other stuff. Okay, this is not working right now. Let me go. I'm an entrepreneur. I always have stuff to do. It don't even matter if you're full-time or part-time. We always have stuff to do, right? And if I stay in that mode of moping around because something didn't pan out the way I thought it would, this client didn't end up paying for their service, right? This service is more than I thought it would be, or this client is a lot, regardless, or money didn't come through. You've been waiting for that grant. You didn't get that grant. When those hiccups come, because then it feels like forever, right? You waiting on a grant that you've been trying to get for a long time, and all of a sudden it's like it never comes, right? Or you don't get it. They give it to somebody else. And now it's like, oh, well, there goes the dream. There it goes. Now I can't do anything else. I just have to go back, instead of looking for those other options. Because a lot of us will quit before we even get started. Like real life, just off of the fact that I view this hiccup as something that's detrimental, right? It's funny because I'm such a sign person. Like I'm ever like, everything's a sign, right? So you could imagine when that audio started audioing, I said, oh, that's it. I'm just not supposed to do this. Like, duh, right? But one, I was telling Tone, I said, it's probably a reason why I'm not doing this alone. Because I'd have been through Tuesday, done. Done. What was that, April 2nd? Over with. Done. Wrap this up. Put the cords away. No. I probably wouldn't even be recording on a weekly basis. Right? And so, I'm thankful that God put me in the presence of somebody who, obviously wants the dream as much as I do and is going to, ain't no excuse. You have no excuse, right? But I promise you, with the type of hiccups that I've had over these last 4 months, it's been like, oh yeah, go ahead and wrap it up, baby. This is it, Take the lights down, you know what I'm saying? Pack it up, take the wig off, like just, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, off the movies when they, they get back to the house and he takes his wig off. Like the back in the day movies and he got a toupee. Like I'm tired. But like I said, it's part of the process. It's part of the process. And we got to encourage ourselves, right? And sometimes it's hard to encourage yourself because I promise you, it was no therapeutic thoughts when my audio started messing up, right? But then I was like, oh, I got tests. I've been needing to do these tests for like my life coaching certification. I have tests that I have to do, right? I got, if you're a social worker, you know that you got to get continuing education credits. I got education credits I got to do, right? I got to turn in the stuff. I'm getting I'm getting signed up for my LICSW exam. That's a thanks. Thank you. Because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about it right now. I gotta receive what I'm giving out. Yeah, that's a process. Okay, it's like working with the county. So it's a slow process, but I can't be like, well, I'm not going to do the exam no more because they taking all day. No, because that only impacts me, right? If I give up my dream, if I give up my job, if I give up, my career, if I give up my goal, it only impacts me, right? And as we grow, we don't realize that people are waiting for what we're doing, right? I don't know what this podcast could do for somebody else. I don't know how my voice could help somebody else, right? So even though it is about us, when we fail, it directly impacts us, right? It can, nobody else is going to be like, oh, damn, when I can't go after my goal, right? However, sorry, I'm talking too much to mess up the fabric. But, the other part is, I fucked up the fabric. I had to move it back. We good though. The other part is, even though when we fail, it directly impacts us, it also can impact the other people around. Because like I said, if I was to be like, oh, I'm done doing this, fuck it, fuck the podcast, cool. I don't know who was using this, right? I don't know who this was going to help, who it is helping, right? How it is supporting them. Because I can't see the impact because I'm focusing on all of the ways that it can go bad or it is not working out the way that I thought it would be, right? And it was so funny because when I first started TellaWorks, my spiritual advisor, she had told me, she was like, you know, as you come into your business, she was like, it's gonna do great. She was like, also allow it to just become what it needs to be. Like, don't try to put yourself in this box of what you think is going to come of it, right? Because the business is going to grow and develop in its own way. I mean, obviously, I'll apply structure, but it's going to become its thing, right? And if I'm so focused on it looking a certain type of way, I'm going to miss out on other things. Because at no point when I started TellaWorks did I think I would be doing a damn podcast, right? That wouldn't even like, what are you talking about? No, why would I do that? I said I'm doing workshops and retreats and some therapy and some life coaching. That was it. Hey, what are you talking about? Like, no, we're not doing that, right? I didn't even know. I'm not even sure if this is a thing. Like, I don't even know. I don't think people who, you know, do this. You know, I mean, I'm sure other people have like podcasts, social workers and stuff, but I ain't never seen nobody do the shit. So, probably don't cuss nearly as much as I do. So they're probably more sophisticated, and that's exciting. But that's exciting, right? But this is, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting to a different crowd. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no restrictions over here. Look, okay, we all things. You know, because we can be all things through Christ who strengthens us. Hallelujah. Okay, Sunday tomorrow. But what I'm saying is we have to understand that our impact goes more than us. So even though it can impact us, our failure, it also is taking other people down with us. Because it's like, if my words are supposed to help her start her business, or if my words are supposed to help them understand their situation, bring some clarity, bring some context, you know, and then I don't do it, now they're directly impacted by that, right? And then it's a ripple effect. Think about how many times somebody gave you an encouraging word and they didn't even know what they were doing. I've had so many encouraging words this week, and, you know, I'm sure they mean it from their heart, but they don't know what that did. They didn't know where I was at, right? I'm over here like, just fuck it. I literally was driving somewhere and I said, fuck it. You know, I'm just going to go work I can get a job. You know, like, I just forget it. It's not a big deal. Like, I literally in the car, like, it's not a big deal. Like, people start things and they don't work out all the time. It's not a big deal, right? And then I get there and somebody tells me how much they love what I do. That is literally what people, now when people talk about my business, they be like, and she has a podcast. Like, it's like, oh. And I'm like, does this mean something? Like, is this whole weight? And then people are like, oh, wow, that's cool, right? And I'm over here like, yeah, I like it or whatever. You know, like I'm not seeing myself in the same lens that they're seeing me. And then that makes me feel, you know, that could mess with my mental. That could mess with how I see myself, and even, you know, self-esteem wise, right? But when people are saying that, they don't know how they're keeping me going, right? They don't know, you know, what their words help me to work through, right? Or help me to affirm about myself. And so, one, obviously, you know somebody with a business, make sure you love on them, right? Please, okay? We not begging you, but we got spare change. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not even that type of podcast. We're not gonna beg. We're not gonna put no cash app unless you want it. But like, encourage people, like their stuff. You know, algorithm wise, how far a like could go. Okay, a share, a comment. Now you don't gotta do too much But engage, tell them, I love what you do, because you don't know how that's impacting them. You don't know how your words are changing your life. And you don't know how your business is changing that person's life, or how it's making them feel like, damn, okay, no, I can do this. I don't want to give up anymore. Because I can see how she's looking forward to this, And not to say I don't want this to come out bad, sometimes people are waiting for us to go after our dreams. Sometimes people are waiting for us to step out on faith, because a lot of times we don't recognize that we could be the door that opens the door for everybody else that's connected to us, right? And whether, people can open their doors in their own life too. But I know my direct healing is going to help my mom, right? It's going to help my dad. It's going to help my son. It's going to help my brother, my nieces, my nephew. Everybody in my family is going to be able to benefit by me walking through certain doors, opening certain doors, right? And it can help legitly heal a bloodline. Take your bloodline from this place of feeling like this is as far as we can go, and then you don't open the door, and now they say, oh, we could even go over here, right? That when we step out on faith, when we are like, okay, I'm going to surrender to this. I'm going to trust that I didn't just make this up. I didn't, because if I made it up, I would not be here. I promise you. This was definitely off the strength of a conversation. And then I just happened to know that Tone had this stuff. You got this shit. This ain't my fucking house. You know what I'm saying? The fact of how it has panned out, I know it has to be faith. I know it got to be favor, And so think about how crazy it would be for me to be like, okay, well, it's not working because we done had a few issues, and just throw in the towel. That can impact me from not being able to help and heal my bloodline. Think about how many people you've either heard about, or people in your family who you be like, damn, what if he would have opened that business? What if he had opened that restaurant? What if he would have did, or he did open it, or she did, do it, and then it failed that one time and she threw it away. And it's like, damn, that would have been really big for our family. That would have changed our whole trajectory. But if I let fear, stop me, or failure stop me, then now that door is closed and somebody else from the family got to come and open it, right? Or push the door open for us, right? And so if you know that you are that person who is either breaking generational curses or patterns, whether that's a wealth mindset or a business mindset, or getting people out of, even a poverty state of mind, right? Whether that's you physically in poverty, or you just have this poor way of thinking, right? Legitly, you can be middle class and still have a poor way of thinking. But when we open the door, people, because the good thing is, if we open the door now, our family can know oh, this is possible. You see a girl on Instagram living her best life, opening her business. It took 6 months and she became a billionaire, whatever. It's going to be like, oh, that's cool. Shout out to her, if that even happened. All right. But then if you see your mom, you see your sister, you see your brother, you see your cousin be able to work their way, rise their way to the next level, to have a successful business, to be able to, travel, to be able to have wealth, to be able to take care of their family, show up as a full dad, a full mom, be able to, support others. When you see somebody rise up, then it's like, damn, now I'm if they could do it, and they came from the same place that I did, so I should be able to I should be able to do it too, right? I should be able to get myself out this place, and that's why it's so important. And if we are to run away from these risks, right? Because I'm too scared to do it, or what are people going to think of me? How are people going to react to me? so on and so forth, then it's like you're gonna miss a whole opportunity. And the biggest thing is that people don't like you anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so by you doing what you actually want to do, at least you'll be happy. You know how nervous I was when I thought about me having a podcast and I cuss like a sailor. I'm from a family of sailors. I remember one time, and this will never not be funny, me and my brother and my cousin, I think my two cousins was in the kitchen with my grandma, and my brother bet us how many times my grandma would say bitch in the conversation. I stopped counting after 12. So I think BJ said she got up to like 21. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then she's like, what y'all talking about? I said, we were counting how many times she said bitch. I did not say it that much. 21 kind of seems a little excessive, so it just, we didn't count all the cuss words in general. That was just the first one. That's the only one that we focused on. My whole family, sailors, okay? And not that that's okay, because I know people like, you can change. I could, and I try. It just roll off the tongue. It do. It really does. And I don't mean no harm, no foul. But you can only imagine me being, the type, I'm a therapist, life coach, I go to church, I just, people wouldn't think that I would cuss this much. And I do. I actually probably cuss more. So I was like, I can't be up there doing that. But it's like, it's going to rock. It's going to go to the right people. The right people going to rock with it. It doesn't matter. People don't like me anyways. Do you know how flabbergasted I was when I found out? I said, people don't like me? What do I do? I don't even do anything, right? Clueless, to it. So it's like, well, I might as well go ahead and do it because, the only person I'm holding back is myself, right? And in the process of doing it, not like second guessing myself, not, throwing myself off or making myself feel small when, excuse me, when things are shifting, when things are difficult, right? Because I'm like, oh my gosh, well, this person doesn't like me, and this girl commented this thing, and it's like, you already know people are tough through the computer, right? So, and they be projecting through their comments. So it's like, really not, especially for my new entrepreneurs, not taking every negative thing that happens personally, right? And even if it is a sign, it may be a sign for you to toughen up. Putter puff. No, that's not it. It's toughen up, buttercup. Toughen up, buttercup, right? That you might have to build. This may be time for you to build your muscle, right? When you're in the gym, 7 days a week. No, I was playing. But when you're in the gym, you build up muscle, right? So that way you can be able to retain the strength that you're building up, right? As an entrepreneur, the same thing is true. This is our building season, right? This is how we strengthen ourselves to be able to take on more weight, right? To what is it? Go up in the weight class. Like, we have to go through the process of strengthening. We can't be weak, hoping to get millions and thousands of dollars. You know what people do to people who have millions and thousands of dollars, right? And you definitely can't be green having that much money, right? Clueless. Somebody like a deer in headlights, you wouldn't want that. So when these hiccups come, when these negative things come, not taking it on as it's a reflection of you. Like, there's something wrong with your idea. There's something wrong with your business, your goal. You're not supposed to see it through, and it's part of the process, right? I think my most favoriteest thing that I've ever said is that failure is not an option because it's already part of the process. God damn it. Somebody give me an Emmy right now. Like, humanitarian award now. Okay? But like, it's literally, you're already going to fail. You quit, you're going to fail. You succeed, you're going to fail. It's like, babe, pick your poison. Okay? You want to fail and be unhappy? Or you want to fail and keep going? Because you're you have to choose which way you're going to go. You can quit right now and you can have a miserable life, or you could have a difficult moment, have a hiccup that pissed you off, or a situation that pissed you off, and then keep going. What did you learn from that? What did you take away from that? What was there something good that came out of it? I was so pissed off about my computer moving slow that the blessing was I've been needing to do them tests. I've been needing to do that stuff. And I haven't been able to sit down and do it. So now I ain't had no choice, but now it's off my list. Right? And it's not even a continuous thing. I think that was my last. No, I got like one more test, but I'm damn near done with the program. And it was funny too, because when I was doing the test, I was like, oh, wow, I'm almost done. Like, it was like, whoa, I'm almost done. You know, like, I started this in September. And I mean, I've been in school a majority of my life, but I'm like, oh my gosh, this feels so good to almost be done and have this off my plate. Had no idea that I was even almost done. Right? Because I've been putting it off. And then this hiccup came and made me sit there and get it done. Right? But I could have been pissed off. I could have focused more on the fact that my video didn't upload when I wanted it to. Because mind you, it did eventually upload. It just didn't upload the way I wanted it to. It just took longer. You see what I mean? It still happened. It just took longer. And it was a little more frustrating. But we have to know that this is part of the process. As an entrepreneur, it's part of the process. Whether part-time, full-time, trying to start, looking for somewhere to start, it's not going to be easy, but it was never supposed to be. No, it's not. Nobody said, oh yeah, go start a business. It's great. No, right? Or do a business, follow your dreams. Go do something that makes you happy. Most of us go to work and we be miserable. You know, shout out to people who have jobs that they like. Most people don't, right? So when you are creating your own path, or you are, you know, desiring and putting the work in to have a business that you can be able to eat off of one day, know that that's hard work, and you got to give yourself grace. You got to love on yourself through this process and see yourself, you know, not in a negative way. See yourself the way other people see you when you're having a low moments, because a lot of times, and not in every case, because I know some people can be negative when we think of like the way other people see us, but a lot of people will see us better than we see ourselves, right? Like the giant. You don't want to be the person who has all this majestic energy. You got what it takes to go to the next level. Like, you're the person who's breaking the curse, who's opening the door, healing the bloodline, and you don't even know that you looking at yourself like you're this little itty bitty person, right? And the whole time, you're a giant, right? Like me, for example, I'm 4'11", but technically, like me, the inside, 6'9", right? I'm 6'9" and I'm 300 pounds, okay? And it's all muscle too, like I'm a big nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's because, and so my body is small, but like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the one to play with, baby. Muscle. You hear me? You got to see yourself in that way. You got to see it. You don't got to be 6'9". You could be like 5'10", whatever. No. Mm-mm. How tall is LeBron? Yeah. Okay, so I'm LeBron. Right. So, yeah, exactly. Right. And what if LeBron seen himself as super small? Like, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't be on the court. And so me and LeBron, obviously, are the same height, because we got that same, you know what I'm saying? The same build, everything. Like, when you think of me, think of LeBron, because that's how big I am. Right. Now, when I get off this chair, I'm going to look like Laura Farquaad. Remember when he jumped down? Right. So, but outside of that, you got to know that you doing your big one. You the beast, right? Think of what my church be like, big beast, right? That you're exactly who you believe you are. There's this quote from this book. I can't think of what her name is. I had to put her name. at the bottom. But it's this quote that says, you are as powerful as you fear you might be. What? Yeah, she said that. She said that. So I'm going to give her props because you are as powerful as you fear you might be. As scary, because a lot of times we don't be scared of failure. We be scared of success. What do I do now? This is a lot of responsibility. People do not like me. People are talking crazy to me. People are also loving on you. People are also healing from you. Being you. You being exactly who you are and showing exactly who you are. You doing your business. You excelling to new heights. You breaking those curses, those patterns. You're as powerful as you fear you might be. Right? So encourage yourself, love on yourself. Like I said, hopefully by the time y'all get this video, the retrograde is over, right? And we're just reflecting. Let's reflect on what happened. But if this does come out before then, just know that we're making it through, right? And the things that are hiccups, the things that are overwhelming for you at the moment, know that even if you fail in this process, you can just keep moving to the process because it taught you something. You got something out of it, whether what not to do, what to do next time, how to change the situation, right? For your good. And everything's temporary. It's nothing's gonna ever last long. So this difficult season, temporary. It's temporary and it's part of the process. You get your muscle up, right? So you can be big and strong like me and Brown. So, no, I think that's the kid. Me and LeBron. So, I hope this was helpful. You guys, I'm sending you love. If you're going through it, send me some too because Lord knows I'm struggling, but he say he'll do it. All right, he won't put more on you than you could bear. So it's getting a little heavy, but I'm trusting. We having faith that this is going to turn out. Oh, and when you think about faith, think about falling all the way back. I really have to visualize myself like, the trust fall when you fall all the way back. So God, spirit, universe, source, call it what you want. So that way they can help you through the process. You keep trying to do it in your own strength, you're going to be exhausted and you're going to be burnt out. You're going to be ready to give up. You got to have support around you. Physical support and people in the spiritual realm. Spirits in the spiritual realm who can help you to navigate through the things that you can't see, right? Because we fight not against flesh and blood, but against spirits and principalities. They got to be able to see. They'll be able to see things that you won't be able to. So trust your guidance, trust your intuition, trust your heart, right? Trust that God is directing you. Do your work so you don't confuse which one is which. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes y'all be thinking y'all following God and that is not him. That's the one with the L name. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're doing your work so you can know the difference, right? And you don't want to be following your anxiety, right? Because sometimes it's hard to know the intuition from the anxiety. But trust your inner guidance, right? Trust this process. Surrender yourself. Fall back, right? So that way you can be guided through this process like a GPS. Instead of you acting like you know where you're going and you get lost. And now you out of gas. So you're stranded. And your phone is low on battery. It doesn't matter. So I'm just saying, you see how dark it could get if we don't, follow the GPS. Follow your GPS. So that way you don't get lost. And that way you don't give up or stranded without a phone. Okay? I love you guys. This was great. I feel really good. Definitely feel better. I think that's it. Say thank you to Tone. Woo! Tell a friend to tell a friend. And it's Tella. Yeah.